Hey guys, we're back. I'm AJ,
I'm John.
and we're
The Maintenance
Brothers.
We were close.
I'm sure you've noticed by now, but there is only two of us. Matholomus is dealing with some stuff today.
There's some aliens in his closets, and he's trying to hide them from the government.
The government's upset because he talked about the CERN particle collider way too much in the last couple episodes.
Yeah,
So they're coming after
he was
him.
kind of getting at it with those.
Dude, he loves the CERN. He loves the CERN particle collider. Dude. That's his favorite thing. He loves that and Harambe. Harambe. Have you seen his screensaver on his computer? It's like Harambe in heaven looking down on us.
Oh my goodness.
It's so funny.
To be honest, I'm not surprised whatsoever.
Oh yeah. He's a cool cat. He's a mysterious being.
He's a good
It's always weird to try to explain him to people that don't know him.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know Matt and you explain Matt, he sounds almost maybe dangerous. Because you're like, yeah, he's like this dude. He's like part cowboy, part conspiracy theorist, part 3D electrical engineer. And like, what?
He's got to break everything down with his mind.
Yeah.
I would say he's probably unapproachable to most people.
Yeah, and then they meet him and he's like the nicest person in the world.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, he's for real. Like, honestly, like I think him and my buddy Tyson are the two nicest people I've ever met.
I hope he comes back and watches this and is just heart struck that we're gassing him up.
He tears him up. He just cries. Calls us on the phone. He's like, "You boys are always just so nice to me."
My delicate heart.
my little heart can't take it. Oh shit. Well, what have you been up to, dog? What have you been doing lately?
Well,
actually haven't really. We gamed on Friday, but other than that, I haven't really talked to you, man.
Yeah. I've been out seeing somebody. I've also had some changing things up with my daughter, trying to figure out schedule wise with her. So that's been it's been fun, but I've been spending more time with her. So
nice. That's important.
Went to a little Valentine's dance.
I know, I saw that. It was adorable, dude.
Oh my gosh, so cute, man. Her little dancing. Gitmos.
How many boyfriends did she say she had? I saw that post. I was like, oh, John's in trouble. John's in trouble.
So in trouble. Yeah. When I first got there, she was surrounded by like 4 boys, and I was like, oh no.
Oh no.
I was like, I'm in so much trouble.
You got yourself a little heartbreaker, dude.
Yeah. She's sitting on the bleachers with one of them. She's like, that's Nate. I was like, oh boy.
Oh boy.
And Nate was like looking at her with the eyes of,
I'm
a young boy in love, and I was
I
was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to step up my dad game here.
I either need to get really buff or buy a really cool gun. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I've already got one of those, so I'm partially solved.
Hell yeah.
I think their parents might be a little intimidated though.
Dude, I'll never forget the first time my daughter brought a little boy home. This little boy comes up and he comes to pick up my daughter to take her out, whatever they're gonna go do. And he's like, puts his little hand out. He's like, hello, sir. A little shaking hand.
Trembling.
My hair. I was like, what's up, little man? Like, look at this little adorable child.
Oh man. Yeah.
I was like, you be nice to her. He's like, yes, sir. I'm like, is he scared of me? I'm like, dude, I'm like fucking 5'6", dude, and I'm not big. I'm fat.
So I'm not trying to be intimidating.
I need to probably step my game, dude. My daughter's 14 now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a new dynamic.
Oh yeah, dude. She's one spicy firecracker.
Well, mine's 4 and has 11 boyfriends already, so. I can only
We're gonna have to virtually lift together.
Right? Call you up. I'm like, I'll put Uncle AJ on the phone.
But yo, what's up? My name's AJ. I'm tough as shit. I'm literally a 3-hour flight from your house, but I'll come find you.
He will make that flight.
Oh, dude. Dude, we're 2 dudes in a podcast, 3 states away because we're not gay.
This isn't Brokeback recording.
Brokeback recording. I can't quit you.
Oh boy. Yeah, I got a lot of things planned going on. I got a lot of concerts coming up, obviously.
Hell yeah.
Love that. I'm about to see Bad Omens in 2 weeks.
Fuck yeah.
T-Mobile Center. That's gonna be sick. They're with Beartooth and a new band called
nice.
Presidents.
I haven't heard Presidents. I'll have to add them to my list.
Yeah, it's a solo project from, I don't actually know what band it's from, but he like started another like off band or something. It's okay. It's kind of like really hip hoppy and like pop like rock, but a new project he's trying. So some of the songs pretty decent. I like it. But that concert's gonna be sick. Super sick. I can't wait.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude, Bad Omens is sick, man.
Yeah. And then obviously, I'm gonna bring it up. Me and you, this summer we'll be going to Incarnation.
I
Incarnation.
think it's that or Ink Heart or something like that.
Tattoo Massive Music Festival for the weekend. Disturbed, Limp Bizkit, Bad Omens is gonna be there. Papa Roach, A Day to Remember, a bunch of huge.
Hatebreed's gonna be there.
Oh my
I
god,
heard Hatebreed in forever.
Oh, that'll be the first time that me and you have physically met.
Yeah, we're gonna finally meet for the first time. I'm gonna give him a hug, and my head's gonna go up to his belly button. And he's like, "Oh, look at this little guy."
Wait, how long have we known each other? This is going on like 10 years now.
Dude, yeah, we've known each other since
more than that.
I think like 2014 is when we started hanging out, started talking. Maybe 2013.
It's been close to like 15 years.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah, and we never met.
Yeah, we never met. We used to just play Battlefield together, and then then you made the big jump to PC, and then after that, we were like, hell yeah, dude, let's do it.
It took off. A little background for you guys to know about us. We met over PlayStation.
I've known Matt since Matt was actually. So I used to live in a little town called Wendover in Wendover, Nevada. It's a little gambling town on the border of Utah and Nevada. And I moved to Utah, and my first friend in Utah was Matt. And so me and Matt have been friends since we were 12, and I'm 30. I'm turning 36 here pretty soon, so I've been friends with Matt forever. And then John, I met back in, I think it was 2013, because it was when I got my PlayStation 4 for Christmas. And then like my wife got me a PS4 for Christmas, and I think that spring or something is when we started playing Battlefield together, because I can finally convince Ryan to get a PS4. Ryan's like, I got an Xbox 360. I'm like, that thing sucks. Get a PS4.
Right?
We'll play Battlefield with 64 people, dude.
We've made a massive turn. We realized that we liked playing video games, and it belonged on computers.
Well, that's kind of how the podcast started. Is we would play games like every Friday, and before we played games, we would jump in Discord and we would just bullshit for
2 hours,
a half hour to an hour. Yeah, we wouldn't do nothing. We wouldn't play no games. We just bullshit, and then we're like, why don't we just record this?
Yeah.
And then as soon as we started recording, Ryan decided he wanted to have a life. What a fucking loser!
What a loser.
And he got abducted by aliens.
That's probably why they picked him.
Yeah, they're like, hey, look, he's got his life together. Let's get rid of him. Let's take him.
Man, well, you guys are obviously older than me, but a lot has changed for me too over that time, for the better. I'm good.
Yeah,
I've excelled in my own self and career and path, and you guys helped me do that along the way.
Hell yeah. We did. What did we do to help you excel your career, dog?
Keep me from going insane, playing video games with me and entertaining my life.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Couldn't ask for any other people. When they ask me like about my best friends, like I refer to the people I've never met in Utah.
Yeah, dude, for real, like I talk about, like, because like I only really have like 3 best friends. It's you, Matt, and Tyson. And I talk about you, and they're like, oh, you've never even met this guy as your best friend? I'm like, oh yeah, but I'm like, we talk like multiple times a week. I'm like, I feel like I could tell him anything.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it's
gonna be weird when we meet each other, because we're just gonna be like, oh yeah. It's gonna be weird when we first meet each other in person, because it's gonna be like, I've known you this whole time.
Yeah, it's not gonna feel like it's not gonna feel new. It's just gonna be like, let's go to this fucking concert.
I know, let's go be exhausted.
That will be a very long weekend for us, for sure.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a hair worried about it because I'm old now. But I think that if I just oh shit, yeah, sorry, I got a boo boo because I was putting some snap together flooring yesterday from my brother-in-law. It turns out you shouldn't wear a watch when you do that. You'll fucking get yourself real good, dude. Cut yourself open a little. But no, yeah, I'm a little worried about it because I'm old now and I don't know how I'm gonna handle being active, that kind of active.
We're also about 45 minutes from the venue that we'll have to be driving every day back and forth. So
yeah, I can do that. I used to do that for work every day when I worked at that property management company. I lived an hour from my job sites, so
I guess it's a lot better than paying like $3,000 for a 3-night stay. Jesus.
Actually, after the podcast, I want to talk to you about some stuff with that though. With, like, because I kind of want to see. I'll talk about it after. Yeah, people don't need to hear our fucking travel plans.
Right. Yeah, just know we're meeting. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. We're going to Ohio, the coolest state in the world, I guess.
Mansfield.
Yeah, Hansfield. I got to go to Columbus, Ohio, maybe, perhaps. Or I got to go to KC International Airport. That'd be kind of cool. One of the two.
Yeah, we'll have plenty to catch up on a 10-hour drive.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you about with that, though. But we'll talk about it, dude. Now your ears are burning, and you're like, wait, what do you mean, bro?
I'm on fire over here.
Well, shit, man. I hate to push us in a direction, but, like, give us the fucking answer to the riddle. It's killing me.
I got you. All right, so last week, or, yeah, two weeks ago.
It wasn't last week. It was last episode, but yeah,
last episode. I fix things I fix things sometimes. I get blamed when they don't work. I live in a drawer until you need me. Then I vanish like a ghost. I've caused more arguments than I've solved. Yet sometimes I'm still trusted. What am I? And
what are you? Is it a 10mm wrench? 10mm socket?
You're so close. It's a screwdriver.
Oh, a screwdriver. Oh, dude, Matt's going to be sad. He was so determined that it was 10mm.
He was very set on that.
Dude, I will say screwdrivers, as much as it's notorious that the 10mm wrench goes missing, you never have your screwdriver where you left it. I will say that. Unless it's in your pocket. Unless you put it in your pocket. But, like...
I've had to replace multiple bits. especially on the 11-in-1s.
Dude, I'm sure that there's people going. We used to have at my last job. We used to go work on these air handling units. These little that they handled like the water from the chiller and stuff. And I'm sure there's people that are gonna go open those to go do maintenance on them, and they're gonna find 10-in-1 screwdrivers. Because I swear I've left probably 6 10-in-1 screwdrivers in those.
The worst part.
I just forget that they're in there.
The worst part about doing that is flashlights. I've been notorious to leave flashlights in places.
Oh no.
Yeah, and those are expensive. I don't know if you know anything about high-powered flashlights, but $60 is a standard for a pin light or a little magnet one.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure. What was that? What was that? This the Milwaukee one? I think.
The Milwaukee one?
I think that was like
they're
$40.
Like $20. It was just 40? Maybe they're 40.
It depends.
When I bought mine a long time ago. Are they high-powered? I don't know.
This was like 1,300 looms, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty light, pretty bright. I can't remember how much I paid for it though. I bought it because you can reverse the clip and you can clip it to your hat.
Yeah, on the other side.
Yeah, it's so nice. Like that was like something I got it for, and then I actually have a sniffer, like a voltage tester. Mm-hmm. I have one of those with a flashlight on it. And the only thing I had to do with that one is I had to make sure if I let anybody use them, hey, don't put that in your mouth. I'm like, because it's been in my mouth a lot. Like, unless you want to French kiss me, you don't want to put that in your mouth.
Unless
I usually say that with like every flashlight.
Unless you want to exchange the saliva.
Yeah, like that is always the thing I would tell people. It's like, yeah, you notice how the end kind of looks a little weird? I'm like, yeah, it's because I put it in my mouth to hold it so I can work with 2 hands while I have light.
I tried the head strap lights before. I can't. It just itches. You get sweaty.
I actually have a super nice one from a dude that used to work in a coal mine. And that one, I understand why you can wear those ones so long. It charges with like a lay down, like you lay it on top of a charger, and it's got like a strap on it, like not a strap on it. It's got like the light is like this wide by like this tall, and it's like a bar, and it's 4,000 lumens. You can turn it all the way up to 4,000 lumens. It's
Holy
freaking
shit.
insane. Yeah, it's so nice, and it's a wide range light, so you can just see
Everything.
Oh, dude, it's so nice. And that light I could wear forever. In fact, like we had some boiler issues at that job where we just didn't have any power down in the boiler room, and you're just we lost power to the boiler room, so we're trying to pump it out, get power in, so we can pump water out. And you're just down in there, and it's just dark as shit. But I had that headlight, so it didn't matter. I could see whatever, dude. Also climbing in fucking steam channels, dude. The chase channels they have for steam lines for the thing, dude. Fuck. I'm so glad I don't got to do that anymore. That sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing like being in like a channel that's like just wide enough for me to fit in. I'm in there with a pipe and every spider that's ever existed ever, trying to find a steam leak. You can't see in front of your face because of all the steam that's in there. You know that you can only go down so far before the channel takes a right, and then after that you have to get out because you can't take a right because you'll get stuck.
You physically cannot.
You probably, if you were small enough, you probably could, but even if you were small enough, I wouldn't do it just because the chances of getting stuck are so scary. And getting stuck in there, you'd be fucked. You'd have to wait for someone to go find where the floor is above you, and they'd have to tear up all the flooring, and they'd have to cut well, it's not foundation, it's just boards, but they'd have to cut to get you out, and it would just be a nightmare.
You'd be stuck in there for a while, and it would be full of steam.
Yeah, you'd be sweating, you'd be stuck in there. It's kind of hard to breathe because of the steam and stuff. And yeah, and I think in that one, like I think we got them all to tear out most of it, but I think there was still asbestos and stuff down there too.
Oh.
So I had to,
Even worse.
I had to have a respirator. Yeah. I had to have like the asbestos breather thingy. So it's really neat. That wasn't
if you don't know, that is highly cancer causing.
Yeah, you definitely, yeah. And so because of it, you have gloves and sleeves on too, so you don't get it touching you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your respirator on, and then on top of it, you usually have like you have to have some sort of head cover. I just had a hat on, but
well, the most important part is the respirator.
Yeah, so you don't get it in your lungs.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing like coming out of there and you're just like soaked, like your clothes weigh like 25 pounds because you're just soaked with steam, water, and sweat. Cool thing is usually you get to go home after that. Like, hey, can I just go home? I'm done.
Job complete. I'm fucking out.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I don't got to change of clothes. Can I just go home? And usually the boss is like, yeah, get the hell out of here. You did good, kid. You did good, son. Get out of here.
I could fall into the pond at my job picking up trash around it, and I'd get out, and they'd still be like, yeah, you got a water heater to go look at.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, that was a cool thing about that last place I worked, is they are really chill. They let you, they take care of you. As long as you took care of them, they take care of you, is basically what it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice. And I also made a shitload of money at that job. I didn't realize how much money I was making there until I left it, and I had to like kind of climb back up to the money with this job.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I was making a lot. I'm like, thank God I saved a ton of money.
I guess that's why I haven't really been too motivated to change careers or anything yet, because I'm just like, damn.
It's hard, dude.
It's
really
hard
is.
to go back.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that was the hardest thing, is because I went from making like roughly, I think I was making like 66 a year or something doing it at that last thing with all the bonuses and everything. And then I went, which is great for Utah. And then I went from that to making like just over 40, but it was all hourly with no bonuses or no like, and I couldn't do really overtime till I qualified for it. And even when I did work overtime, you can only work like 10 hours of overtime a pay period, which is kind of lame. And then, yeah. And then
you were basically
got
really
back up.
stuck in like working like consistently.
Well, and don't get me wrong, I like where I work. I love it. But they kind of lied to me when I got the job, because the idea was I was going to do my 90 days and they were going to get me over into software engineering. Like that was like what they said. They're going to try to get me over there. And then I started working there and they're like, oh, well, they have to have jobs that are there and then you have to qualify for them. And then a lot of them require a bachelor's degree. And I'm like, I don't have a bachelor's degree. I'm not going to get a bachelor's degree, because the only reason that a bachelor's degree is required for software engineering is some douchebags got together and said that they needed to.
This is what we were going to require.
Yeah, no, I've looked. I work for a university. I've looked at what they learn. They don't learn anything that you can't learn for free. Like,
or would it like apply to your position anyway?
Ours is pretty good because we're competency based learning, so they're pretty good with that. But I have looked at other curriculums like the Weber State that's by my house, and like I don't know why you have to take a history class for your bachelor's, which is stupid. It's like, why would you need to take a history class to learn science? And then I think you also have to do some like college level. You have to like do college generals and stuff for it too. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Seems extra.
Yeah, and I've worked with people with degrees versus people without degrees, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like, holy crap, you can tell which one does and which one does.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, I'll be honest with you.
More based on the drive of the person themselves and what they want to do.
Yeah. Well, in data analytics, the dudes with no degrees, man, like I feel like they have like more of a dedication because they got the job and they're gonna stay there. And the people with degrees know that they can go somewhere else. So they just kind of like do their 2 years and bounce.
They're just getting up in getting their section up so they could go to another spot. And
getting experience and then bouncing to make more money and stuff. And I'm like, I want to make more money. Don't get me wrong, but I also don't like jumping from job to job. Like I really like sticking at my jobby. So I thought I was gonna retire from fucking this place.
Yeah.
But then they started. Yeah, but there's a chance. I might not just because there's a big push to return to office right now. So if I do go back to office, then I'm not gonna stick around because it's in Salt Lake City and I live very far from Salt Lake City.
A lot of driving you have to do on top of everything. Yeah.
Well, and it's also a tech job too. So in tech jobs, like you got to deal with like a bunch of fucking pussies that like can't take jokes and stuff, and you got to like worry about who you're talking to or what you're saying to people and stuff.
It's a field where people are a lot more sensitive.
Yeah, dude. And especially if I'm just like, say like, I'm just like, oh yeah, well this I think is like if you say something's retarded, you'll get in trouble or something. Or like if you say that, I mean, really, like I've seen people get in trouble for just like talking shit essentially. And I'm like, dude, knock it off, man. Like, this is stupid. We're just working.
It's fun banter. Just trying to enjoy ourselves. That's all.
Yeah. And if I gotta go to the office, dude, I'm like, just let me be me. Jesus, I don't want to. Hello, my name is AJ, and I love this job.
Oh, my favorite thing to do at work is for the new guy to ask him to go get the pipe stretcher.
Hell yeah. Ours was the metric adjustable wrench. Go get the metric crescent wrench, dude. And they come back with the crescent. They're all imperial.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you. I need the metric one, man.
You're probably gonna snipe hunting now?
Yeah, I love it when they're smart enough and they're like, "Hey, but can't you just adjust it?" And then you hit him with the, "No, it won't fit. It'll actually slip off of it. It can't actually sit to metric." And then they believe you again. They're like, "Ah, you poor sweet soul."
Poor guy.
Yeah. The pipe stretcher's good though. I like that one.
I need to get this pipe extended.
Oh man, it's too short. Can you go get the pipe stretcher? Oh, I like that one a lot. I mean, I wish I was still doing it. That one, or I love it when people can't read tape measures too. That's the best. You go buy them an idiot tape, and you tell them it's an idiot tape, the one that tells all the fractions on it. Like, here's your idiot tape. Your goal is in the next month to not have to use that idiot tape and be able to read a regular tape measure.
There's not a lot of things that you like really need or math wise, but like you got to know how to read a tape measure if you're going to be building or moving stuff.
Dude. It's crazy to me that there's people that can't read tape measures, man. I just can't fathom it. I'm like, it's just what it is. I mean, I can get it like, I get 9/16 and 7/16 mixed up. I can never tell which one's bigger than a ½ inch, but like, you know, I mean, they are obviously one is and one isn't, but still at the same time, like, oh, which one is it? Oh, like, are they both or just one? But 30 seconds too. I get pretty bad at 30 seconds. I've only really measured 30 seconds a couple of times, but
yeah, but there's
if
also
I tell you a
just
quarter inch,
most blinds and like doors and or things like that are not. It's usually rounded. You don't get a door that's cut at a length that's like that. It's very standard.
Yeah, it's usually it's really standard, like what, like 1 3/8 inches or whatever it is.
Yeah, or like a quarter inch to a quarter inch or whatever.
It's always great when you're like trying to put in a door, And then there's that moment where like I can't find the right size door. It's like, do I just do a new frame, new door frame? Do I just do a new? Do I just do a new door? Is it easier this way? Or am I gonna do? And we never make the right decision. Where I was like, no, I'm gonna get a door and I'm gonna make it fit.
I'm gonna use a sander and like we're just gonna.
I'm gonna rip the door. I'm gonna cut down the side of it with my fucking
Little
my
did you know
circular
it's
saw.
a hollow door, and then you're fucked now that you've done that.
Oh, dude, that's the worst when you cut too much off the hollow door. You're fucked. Like it's too tall or something. You cut down the bottom. You're like, oh shit, it's hollow.
Over here trying to glue a ruler on the
end. Dude, 1 by 1, bro. Glue 1 by 1 up in there. You'll be all right. I've dangled the door before. I've done a half-ass job with a door. The worst door I ever did, somebody called me out on. It was like a 0-panel hollow door, and I went to go rip the side of it because it was like a cunt hair too small. And I don't know if I can say that. I might have to bleep that word, but it was just a little hair, little too small. And I went to go rip it, and when I went to go rip it, I don't know why, but I think it was the you know how you have your angle on your saw?
Mm-hmm.
I think my angle was loose, and or like
it
not all the way
was like
tight.
kind of going back.
No, so like the angle like drifted on the door. So like I cut like a degree like a small degree angle into it, like maybe like a, I don't even know, like a 89 degree
enough
angle
to notice it when you shut the door. Yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't notice it when you were looking at the door, but when you shut the door and it laid against the flush surface, you'd be like, oh, what the fuck? It was like wider at the top. So, and instead of fixing it like a person should, I was on a very tight budget at that place, and I told the owner, and he was like, just put it in there. And then the tenant moved in. They're like, yeah, whoever did this place sucked. I'm like, yeah, they didn't know what they were doing, did they? What the fuck?
He send you back in there to fix it.
He's like, I need someone to fix this thing. And then I was like, the owner says it's fine. He's like, no. That was always great too. When you get tenants that are like, they want to do like structural changes to their place, but you're like,
you rent. Sorry.
Yeah, you rent, dog. Go buy something if you want. Like, I need you to paint my wall. I want an accent wall. It's like, that sucks.
I can't really do anything about it if you do it without telling me, you know.
Yeah.
Most people will.
I'm like, I can tell you how to do it, and then when I leave, you just don't tell me that you did it.
Yeah. Just know if you don't put it back the way it was, I will charge you.
Oh yeah, and paint's not cheap.
No, full paints are expensive.
Yeah, full paints are rough. Yeah, we had a lady that painted her whole house canary yellow.
Jeez.
Her whole unit. Yeah, 3-bedroom unit, all canary yellow.
That's a terrible looking color too, like for a
It's so bright, dude. She left the ceilings white at least. The ceilings were white. I mean, her apartment, I will give it to this, her apartment looked like it was huge, but if the sun hit the wall, it'd fucking kill you. You'd have to have sunglasses inside that damn house.
Blackout curtains everywhere.
Oh yeah, dude. And I think she did too, actually. But I know, yeah, and I guess the painter was telling me that when he went to go paint it, the paint was so bright that he had to put 3 coats of primer down to get to cover it.
Over
how bright the paint was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a lot of primer.
To it.
Yeah, it took fucking, I think he took 5 of the 5-gallon things of primer to paint that unit.
Damn, 20 gallons of paint of primer?
Yeah. Yeah, because he had to go over, he had to do 3 layers on every wall. And it was like it was like a 900 square foot unit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, dude.
It's like $600 in primer, bro. If not more.
Yeah, no, we ended up charging that lady. It was like $1,400 to do the paint. And she was mad because she's like, well, it only cost me like $500 to paint it. We're like, well,
you should have had it painted before you moved out then.
I don't know, you should have paid to get it painted again, dude. Oh, goddamn psycho.
Sorry, but whoever I'm paying for to do it is going to upcharge me, and you're going to pay that bill.
Yep, exactly. And that's basically what happened. Actually, kind of. We had an in-house painter. Like we had like an actual painter that worked
like
for us.
Like a dedicated painter?
Yeah, he was a cool cat. He was missing all of his fingers. It was really weird. But yeah, he had an accident or something, or he's born that way. I can't remember. But he'd always try to hand you things. He'd be like, I'm gonna hand you with your strong hand. I'm like, like, how are you holding that? You only have like a thumb.
That's all he needs.
Yeah,
Let me get you out
that That was always the joke. It's like, how is this guy so good at painting with no fucking fingers? Because he was a damn good painter, dude. He was really good. He was so good that he could like get away with not taking hardware off and stuff, and like cut in around it, and it would like you wouldn't even notice.
It's impressive.
We did still tell him to take that stuff off, because there's nothing like painting a bunch of brown doors white, and then you go to take the hardware off of them.
Yeah.
And it's still brown. Like, do it the right way. Oh, I shouldn't say his name. I'll bleep it.
Yeah.
But
what the hell?
yeah. What the fuck? Bleep. God damn it. Yeah. Sorry, just his name with no fingers is probably like pretty easy to figure it out. There's probably only like 10 of them in the United States.
And they know your area.
Yeah. So it's probably one in my state, let's be honest.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we had him, and then we had this Italian guy. It was our other dude. He was like from the motherland Italian. Like he was painting he did a lot of exterior painting for us, and he had like the scissor lift, and he didn't know he had like a cherry picker lift that he didn't know how to really operate. And he had this young kid working with him, and the young kid was always just they were like a married couple, just giving each other shit. And but he would bring his son to work with him. His son's name was, I'll just say it was Giuseppe. And but he knew how to like operate heavy equipment and stuff, and like the young kid and the Italian painter up there, and he's looking over, he's like, I don't know how to use this fucking thing. He's like really Italian, and he's like look at it go, I don't know what's going on. And then the young kid is up there just making fun of him, yelling at him. He's like, I don't know what you're doing, eh? You can just hear like there's two Italian accents yelling at each other, and then finally he's like, go get a Giuseppe, yeah, go get a Giuseppe, and he's like doing the finger thing and everything, dude. It was so funny. I was like, oh, dude, I'm like, we better get Giuseppe.
I need to work with people like that,
dude. It was the funnest time to work with. It was great to. It was those three fellas were the funniest fucking people I had ever. One of the three funniest people I ever worked with, and they did not like each other at all. It was awesome. But that Italian guy, he used to be able to mix paint by himself. You know how you got to go to the paint mixer? Dude, he'd match and mix paint by eye. Like, and it was good, damn good.
Wow.
It was nuts.
That's a talent.
Yeah, you would be mixing paint, and I'd be like, aren't you gonna, I'm like, hey man, you gonna take that to Home Depot, get a mix? He's like, no, they don't ever do it right then. I'm gonna show you.
Pablo Picasso is my house painter.
Yeah, dude, he brings out like this fucking chemistry kit with ink and stuff in it, and he's putting it together, and he's like, there you go. I'm like, damn, you're old school as fuck, man. I'm like, they don't got paint matchers in Italy? You gotta do it by eye in Italy. When you're trying to match everything to spaghetti color.
Most of the painters you come across now, they got like the little digital thing that they push up against the door or the wall and whatnot, and
oh shit,
tells them exactly what it is.
I've been out of the game, dude. That's fancy as shit.
Yeah, they got some new stuff. I used to have to cut out like little squares or pieces and like take it to the store to get them matched. But now they've got like a little laser pen thing that they just, and then it tells them on their paint code.
Oh, that's cool as hell. Yeah, no, that's what I used to have to do. You have to cut a little square out,
and
then you mud over it real quick. Or you cut out behind the stove is what you do.
I just always tried to pull just the layer off of it, not the drywall. That way I don't have to patch it. You still got to kind of throw stuff over it, though.
Yeah. It's so hard to get the paint to come up, though. I mean, silicone paint's a little bit easier, but, dude, it's so hard just to get it to come up. You usually take a little bit of drywall with you sometimes. I just gave up. I started just cutting it out. I'm like, it's easier just to patch the shit and call it good.
Yeah,
I'm already doing...
Just fucking take it.
I'm already patching all the nail holes in this fucking place. Might as well just fucking... throw a 1x1 square on there.
So like one of the first things I did when I got to my property was like, I need all my freaking paint codes ready to go. I'm not about to play a guessing game.
That's the best part about new properties is like usually the paint's pretty standard. And it's really nice to get. And you just be like, I just need, do you buy gallons at a time or do you do quarts at a time? Or do you 5-gallon buckets?
5-gallon buckets and get like, hold 3 or 4 of them in stock at a time.
We used to do the 5-gallon buckets, but they're starting to go bad. Because, one, we get pretty cold over here in the winter. No, not this winter, but most winters we get pretty cold. And so the paint would either freeze or something because all of our shops are outside. Or we just wouldn't use it quick enough before the oil started doing all weird shit in it.
Comes up and it It's gross. Looks like swamp water sitting on the top of it. Oily
Yeah,
looking.
even after you're done mixing it, you put it on. It has like a weird sheen to it. You're like, what the fuck's wrong with this? You're like, oh, damn it. The worst is we did order the wrong sheen once. That sucked. And then they were just like and the owner was like, I don't want to buy more paint, so you got to just put that sheen on there so you could see. Because dude, they ordered ultra high gloss or whatever it was for the wall, and I was like, nice. I'm like, that's never the fact. You never ultra high gloss on the wall, but so you can see everywhere there was patches.
Everything that reflects off the wall.
I know, you turn your light on, and the room is definitely bright.
Too damn bright.
Too damn. You can see every fingerprint on that wall ever.
Well, they used like a really like dark flat paint in my first original part, and it was horrible. Water spots.
Oh, dark paint's the worst.
Yeah, like water spots, little finger touches. I mean, the house would look lived in for 10 years after a single year of living in it.
Yeah. Yeah, dark paint's the worst like that. That and dude, I swear to God, gray. Gray is the fucking worst.
That's what it was. It was like mindful gray or something. Was the color
you can never get gray to, like, I swear, even if you get gray to match, it doesn't match. I don't know what the hell's going on. Fuck gray.
This is not a color I want to use. Or like it's like a dark blue, like a blue gray.
Oh,
that's worse
like
too.
a slate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. No, when we did my wife's office, she was like, she wanted to do like a slate gray for like the accent wall. I was like, no, not today. I'm like, you can do Swiss coffee. That's the closest you're getting to gray.
I've done this enough to know color. I'm not working on it later.
Like, we ain't doing no gray, dude. We already did the baby blue. That's gonna be rough to match. I'm like, we'll just fucking do this one. Speaking of which, I need to go in there and touch up because there's a bunch of stuff that's peeling off because I didn't realize that the paint that they put down before was oil based. So I put silicone on top of it, so it's starting to do weird things.
Look weird, come off. Like peel.
Yeah, I might have to prime the whole place and then repaint it again because I might have to go and like actually like see if I can get primer to stick to over it. Hopefully it does, and then do that. But I didn't realize it was oil based paint, man.
That or you're gonna have to go sand the whole freaking wall.
It shouldn't be too hard. It's oil based paint, so it should probably just come right off. I honestly could probably just spray some fucking. I could probably just spray some what's that shit you use to take wallpaper off on the wall and just hit it with a scraper. It might just come off.
Some like goof off stuff.
Yeah, goof off. Maybe not goof off. Goof off is fucking the goof off is gross, man. That shit
slimy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Goof off. I remember that. It really does take shit off the wall though. Holy hell. Goof off will take your skin off. You leave it on there long enough.
Yeah. It's one of those things you gotta put in that fire cabinet.
Hell yeah. It's definitely something that has to be in the MSDS sheet. Oh, sorry. I just said the
MD.
The S
SDS.
Yeah, the S at MSDS means sheet. Material data something sheet.
That thing the government or big boys come in and say, do you have this? Because if you don't, you're about to get a fine.
Yeah, exactly. You're about to get distrusted. We had them come in a couple of times. It's always great when the fire marshal comes by and tells you that your fire code's all messed up. You're like, well, how long has it been messed up for? The worst was, dude, is we had a bunch of historic buildings that we couldn't change because of the historical society. And the fire marshal came in and talked about a bunch of stuff that we needed to update. And then we went to go update it, but to update the stuff, we had to go through the historical society, and they said no. And so we were in this weird world
back
of
and
like,
forth.
Yeah, the fire marshal's like, hey, we're gonna kick everybody out of your apartment building if you don't get these updated. But the historical society is like, well, that sucks. We're gonna fine you like so much money a day if you change this till you change it back. And I was like, what the hell are we gonna do here? I was like,
So they're getting stricter about that stuff too. I had an inspection with fire marshal this last year, and they said in the next couple of years that there's going to be a lot of regulations in at least Kansas City area that are getting stricter. Like a lot of buildings are going to have their individual pull stations and visual cue alarms and so many more things that just some of these older buildings don't have, that they're going to be spending millions of dollars to update.
Oh yeah.
And they have to by law, which sucks, but what are you going to do about it?
The cool thing is, I bet a lot of that stuff they can claim on their taxes if it's required by law, so they can hopefully get recoup some money on tax season. But most of those places are skimming by on taxes anyway. And those big $1 million properties, those big multi-million-dollar properties. Let's be honest, they're fucking pricey.
Yeah, they're worth millions, multiple millions.
Yep. Those places. The cool thing is, dude, man, I wish I would have gotten a property when I had the money back in the day, dude. I'd be fucking living in it right now. Because I remember me and my dad were looking at buying a fourplex for like, dude, they wanted like 180 grand for it. It was a fourplex.
Oh shit, definitely should have got that. You
yeah, we should have done it, man. I was
immediately.
like, I mean, it was probably a shitty fourplex, but fuck, we could have souped it up a little bit.
You would have made that money back.
Well, we saw it was on market again. They sold it for like $800,000. I was like, Jesus Christ, we could have just, fuck, that could have been us, man. We suck.
Could have just rented it and fucking, or renoed it out for a year or two, and then it'd be worth so much money right now.
Yeah, well, shit.
I'd like to do that eventually. If I'm gonna continue in this field, I feel like, you know, the next thing I have is regional position, and if I'm not going there, I'm gonna start buying and investing in my own properties.
That's a smart way to do it, dude. Because like for real, like that's if I ever win the lottery, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go hammy on properties. I'm gonna buy a bunch of apartment buildings and just call it good.
And you know you'll do right by it. Like you know you're not gonna be a slumlord. Like you know how to take care of the problems.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You can fix it mostly yourself.
I might not be the most profitable individual when it comes to landlording, but I'm gonna be definitely making sure that I'll be making money, but like
maintaining my own property. Yeah.
I don't know if I'll fully maintain my own property. I think I'll just be I think I might have a management company that takes care of it, but I'll just be a very involved owner.
Yeah.
Like one of those things where like I'm making sure the maintenance guys are doing the right stuff
and you'll be one of those owners that actually has the knowledge and background to like know what needs to be done and not just listen to bullshit that comes from them or whatever.
Yeah, I worked with a couple of owners that were like that in Salt Lake City. There's a couple owners that were like very, very tenant forward and very involved, and they actually knew what they were talking about. And it was really relieving to work with those people because we all had the same kind of mentality. It's like, okay, these people are just living here. We need to take care of them. Yeah, sometimes some of them are bitchy, but like, you still gotta take care of them. They're your responsibility. And then like, I gotta spend money so you can make money type of stuff. Like, well, fully understand, dude. Versus you get owners that think that as soon as they buy the property, they're just gonna make millions of dollars no matter what. And you're like, hey, you bought a property that all the water heaters are going out in it because you didn't look at them because you're an idiot. Like, so you have like $100,000 worth of water heaters that need to be replaced, and like, oh well, can you just like jerry rig them so they don't leak? I'm like, no, what the fuck you.
Can you just put a pan under them and run the pipe over to the drain?
For real, dude. That I gotta ask that question. Can you drain them, lift them up, and put a pan under it and drain the water out? I'm like, oh no.
That's scummy.
I was like, dude, scummy. I can. Dude, I told the owner of my last company, I'm like, hey, dude, I'm like, this is so bad that I have a feeling that the tenants are gonna get the Better Business Bureau involved, man.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to walk away from this because I'm not gonna be involved in that.
Exactly. Yeah, when we found out that the furnaces were like so old, and we had an HVAC company come by that said that like the HVAC company forced us. They said by law they had to they couldn't leave until it was fixed. They either decommissioned the furnace to where they couldn't use it, or they replaced it. Is what it was, because like two or three of the furnaces were leaking carbon monoxide like a motherfucker. And then I was like, okay. And then they're like, oh, all these were installed at the same time. And the owner was like, yeah, I can't replace these. They're just gonna have to be turned off, or they're gonna have to be like rigged to work or something. And dude, it was December, and I was like, oh,
that's terrible timing.
yeah. I was like, hey, I can't be associated with this because I'm not gonna be the guy that goes to jail for this, and I am definitely not gonna be the guy that killed a bunch of people because I put tape over stuff.
Look, I love my job and I'll do what I'm told most of the time, but when I know it's gonna something that would come back on me in a legal sense, like, you can go fuck yourself. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. Yeah, same thing, dude. An owner asked me if I could fix. There was a bus that was like disintegrating on one of the power meters, and they're like, hey, can you just like fix it by like rerouting it through with like wire nuts and stuff? And I'm like, in theory, I probably could, but I'm not going to, because if Rocky Mountain Power, sorry, that's the power company in Utah, if Rocky Mountain Power just happens to notice that I'm working on it when they come by, it's like a $50,000 fine, and I can never get my electrical license ever. Like, I get banned. I'm like, it's not cheap. And then on
That's
top of
not
it, if
the
I
worth the
do,
risk.
yeah, and then on top of it, if I do that and it starts a fire, I'm like, I'm going to jail or prison.
Yeah, for
Like,
neglect.
yeah, at neglect and breaking code. Like, I'm like, yeah, so you can, I'm like, you can hire an electrician.
Yeah, these are things
And
that you will get prosecuted for. They don't care.
yeah, they're very serious about it. Some owners just don't get it. They just think that they bought this property and they're making money now. You're like, hey, listen here, fuckface. Listen
People
here,
think
Richie
OSHA's
Rich.
people think OSHA's a joke, but if you call them and they get word of
Oh,
anything, they're coming to check it out. Like they
oh,
got
OSHA loves shutting down businesses. That's their favorite fucking thing.
yeah.
I
They
swear to
make
God, the OSHA inspectors
good
get a
money off
bonus
of
for
that.
doing it, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Like,
God,
well,
they,
it's like a police officer quota here.
yeah, dude, for real, right? Yeah, no, I worked at that factory, that vinyl fence factory. We got shut down for 2 weeks because of OSHA. They came in, they were like, hey, all this shit hanging from the ceiling. We had insulation hanging from our ceilings and stuff. They're like, hey, you gotta get rid of that. They like do all this other stuff, shut us down. The only people out in the factory were leadership and the maintenance guys until we got it fixed.
To be fair,
And then we had to have
I'm
them.
quite glad that those people actually do that stuff, because some of those
Yeah.
places absolutely need to be kicked in the ass for it.
Yeah, especially when places that are just neglecting employees, man. Like,
Yeah.
making sure they're safe and shit. Because, like, yeah, I get it. Sometimes following OSHA rules is obnoxious and annoying and, frankly, kind of lame. But
It's necessary.
when it's different. So it's different when it's just like the people on the ground. We're like, hey, we're not going to obey this OSHA rule because we're just trying to get this done real quick. But when it's the business not obeying OSHA rules, that's when the employees like you're like, hey, can I just have a helmet? Like, nah, quit being a bitch.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you need to provide me with that fucking helmet.
yeah. Hey, can I just want one respirator? Like, nah, we can't afford to get out of here. Those are the things that OSHA's good for.
Those are the businesses that get sued.
Yeah. It's like, hey, I would like to not breathe in this dust. They're like, that sucks. You can find a new job. You're like, oh, okay.
Okay, I'm about to come at you for firing me for
Thanks for the
legal,
unemployment,
like
face.
a realistic complaint. You're gonna be paying me for the next year.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, no, that the material blending place, dude. I used to get after those guys so much because I was the lead blender for a second over there at that vinyl fence factory, and then you have to wear like this protective suit when you're up making the material, and dude, those guys would like, you have like a hazmat hood that tucks into your suit, so it like keeps you cool because it has aircon unit in it, and then two, it keeps you protected. And dude, I fucking would go up there all the time when I became a maintenance guy over there. I'd go up there all the time and they just have the helmet on, not tucked in. And they're always like, it's so hot in here. And their dust is in our suit. I'm like, it's because you're not sealed, stupid.
If you tucked it in, you wouldn't have dust in your suit.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, if OSHA shows up and you're not tucked in, you're going to get in some deep shit, man. And they're like, well, this is how we were taught to wear it. I'm like, who taught you? Point to this person and I will go chew their ass. I'm like, I'll stay after work. Because I worked the graveyard shift for a long time. I'm like, I'll stay here and chew some ass. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I'll look. And then one day I went up there and took pictures of them, and they were super pissed. I was like, I'm fucking taking this to the factory manager. Dude. This is
Yeah,
fucking
but
annoying,
whoever like told them to do it that way obviously needs to.
dude, after I got down to it, dude, it was their shift lead, the guy that was saying that someone told him. He said that don't do that because it takes too long to put them on.
The worst possible person that could tell you that is like your literal leader.
I was like, why would you say that? I'm like, don't. I'm like, gee, yeah. And I was talking to, yeah. And he was the one that he tried to say that someone else told him to do that. And for the life of me, I couldn't find anyone that said to do that to him. And then so, yeah. We ended up getting different suits that the hood was like part of it and stuff. So they didn't have to tuck it in because it was like trying to like figure out why to meet halfway and stuff. But it was so annoying to go up there like, hey, we're too hot up here. You need to fix our filtration unit and stuff. And I'm like, I can't fix it as much as it's working like it's brand new. Like, I even replaced it with a brand new one, and then I couldn't figure out what was wrong because every time I went over there to fix it, they would shut down to go to lunch or something. And then finally, I just walked up there and I was like, "What's going on?" And I noticed they didn't have their hoods tucked in, their sleeves are rolled up. I'm like, "What are you fucking doing?" I'm like, "Why aren't your gloves taped around your sleeves and why aren't you tucked in?" Like, you goddamn idiots.
The regulations are there for a reason. Like, it's not like we just came up with some bullshit.
Well, and then I had to show him. I flipped over one of the bags of fucking acrylic. I'm like, what does that say? I'm like, what does it say right there? It says it's like Marat 480 or whatever. It's like the filtration unit for the filtration, there's filtration requirements to
The
have it,
filter,
and it has
the
like the
filter and
warnings
stuff.
of what happens if you breathe in it without that, and it's like psoriasis, lung cancer, fucking. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, probably don't breathe this in. It's like, and they're like, and as I'm like saying that, one person like scoops it and like it plumes up as a cloud. I'm like, see. I'm like, you notice that I come up here with a respirator. I don't just come up here like a plainclothes Jane. I have like a respirator on when I come up here.
I don't know about you, but I care about my life.
I'm like, I don't want to die, you know? But I guess they did. I don't know. It's like, dude. Yeah. I had a lot of complaints about that jump, as you can tell. Just trying to help people out, and they're fucking retarded. It was good times. Shit. We talked about work for a long time, didn't we?
Well, we finally get some actual maintenance brothers talk here.
Yeah, we get 15 minutes. Jesus Christ. Oh, God.
Oh,
fuck.
boy.
Well, hey, what you watching, Doc? There's one we haven't done. What you watching?
Some TV.
Nice.
I got you.
You motherfucker.
I started watching or trying to finish up and watch Ed Gein, the monster.
Oh, Ed Gein?
Yeah, Ed Gein. Yeah. I don't know how it's pronounced properly, but
The only reason I know is because it's Slayer.
Yeah.
They sing that song Dead Skin Mask. It's about Ed Gein.
is it? Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Dead Skin Mask.
Yeah,
There's a lot of reference on that
he's in
fucking
there
K.
dancing around with somebody's
I know.
fucking skin face on just
Oh,
on
God.
his. That dude was weird, man.
Yeah, it's got the bullet hole in the forehead.
Mhm. Yeah, because he shoots her.
Yeah.
And then skins her.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
fucking
crazy.
Yeah, that girl comes to his house and she's like, "What kind of animal's on this chair?" He's like, "Oh, that's an animal." She's like, "What is that?" He's like, "It's a nipple."
Those are nipple. Yeah. What kind of nipple? Oh, just a nipple.
Any kind of nipple. And she like starts to realize, she's like, "Oh shit."
What's crazy is she like goes up there, looks, like talks to his mom or whatever, like is saying, and she's obviously dead, just sitting in the chair like
Yeah.
this, her body or whatever. And then she gets nervous, freaks out, runs out, and then he hears him having, because he's a psycho, having a conversation to his mom about how he loves her and all this other stuff. And then like the next episode later, she's like, "I'm sorry," and then they're like getting together. I'm like, you were literally just saw the most horrifying thing you could possibly witness.
Yeah, you went to this dude's house that smells like dead ass, saw his kitchen that looked like the apocalypse dropped on his kitchen.
Literally human skull bowl.
Yeah, he's eating beans out of his human skulls, dude, and fucking guy, and you're like, "Whoa, this looks like a man I want to have children with."
Yeah.
The 40s and 50s were nuts, man. They were just ready for anything.
It was a wild time.
Yeah, a wild time.
And I watched some of that. I finished up, watched the rest of Fallout. So
Dude,
season 2's done.
So good. So
You
good.
finish it? You like it?
Yeah, dude, I love it. I love it.
I'm excited for
And-
season 3. I got
and
really
maybe
disappointed when the countdown timer turned out to be a behind the scenes interactive thing instead of a remastered Fallout.
Yeah, no, same here. I was a little upset. I like as soon as it was over, I was like, "Oh wait a minute, did it come out?" Like I didn't see anything on the social media, so I don't think it did. But
I told Nate that too. I immediately was like, "I'm gonna go check Steam right now. Like, maybe I'll get lucky."
dude, it made me want to play Fallout New Vegas. I don't like that game very much, but I was like, "I'm gonna play it, dude." And then I didn't. I like hovered over to the play button in Steam, and I was like, "Do I really want to look at a shitty desert for 45 minutes while I try to figure out where I'm going?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't."
I thought about it too. I installed Fallout 3, and then
Yeah.
the minute I launched it, I was like, "Man, I'm really gonna hate myself if I play this before the remaster, because then I'm not gonna want to play too much."
No,
of
for
the
real.
Remaster. So I was like, I don't want to burn myself out on it.
I want to burn myself out on the remaster, not the pre-master.
Exactly. Yeah. For Bethesda's first Fallout game, it was perfect.
Dude, it was so good. The first rendition for first-person shooter. I mean, I know some people were upset because they liked the original layout of old Fallout, but
The
still, man.
isometric, like RPG
Yeah, the
style.
isometric. Yeah, they liked. A lot of people were a fan of that, but I honestly think it was a change for the better because the Fallout series is awesome. Don't get me wrong,
I like
Fallout
it the
2
way
is
it
still
is.
cool. Fallout 2 still cool. I have a tough time with Fallout 2. I suck ass at it, but still good.
Yeah.
I know. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Do you see that they released an expansion for Diablo 2?
Yeah, they released the Warlock. Was it
Yeah, it's a
Warlock?
warlock. Yeah,
I was surprised that came out.
dude, dude, I know, me too. I got it. I got it. I've been playing it, dude. The warlock is so cool, man. You have this like chain ability that you can attach to monsters and like run around. The chain kills them. It's so fucking cool.
Like tightens up on him and kills him.
Yeah. No, it just runs through them. It's like a ghost chain. I call it the chain gang. I call it putting people in the chain gang. I'm like, I'm a chain gang them. I'm gonna gang them up on the chain. And then I have a fire wave. I did a spellcaster one, so. Tyson did a melee one, and his is fucking nuts. He has like ghost swords and shit floating around. It's cool. But yeah, no. What I've been watching is I watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Z still. I don't think I'm gonna finish that this year because of how many fucking episodes there are. And then I've also been yeah, and then I've been watching a lot of Bob's Burgers, man. I forgot how much I like that show.
Yeah,
that was good, dude.
What arc are you in Dragon Ball Z?
They just landed on Namek, so.
Oh, so you got plenty to watch.
Yeah, I got 70 episodes of Namek now, and yeah, so yeah, no, it's yeah, just got past all the episodes where Bulma's in her underwear in that fucking airplane, and the whole time I can think, I'm like, isn't there like a child and a man there? Why are you walking around in your underwear, lady? Come on, have some decency.
Hey, they
Bulma,
didn't care when they first made that show, like original Dragon Ball.
I
fell in love with Bulma.
Oh yeah. That was my first cartoon crush, bro. Now I'm an adult. I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? This lady's kind of a whore.
Yeah. So you also find out that she's very annoying. Dude, as an adult, you're like, man, that chick is annoying as fuck.
Yeah, lady needs to calm the fuck down. Poor Yamcha. That's why Yamcha was out finding other ladies. He's sick of her spoiled rich ass.
She's snarky.
Yeah. I forgot how important Yamcha is to everybody in Dragon Ball Z, because I'm so used to watching like Dragon Ball Abridged or playing the games where they don't really give a shit about Yamcha.
He's
and
trash.
I was like, oh yeah, they have like a funeral and stuff. And there's like a big emotional scene when they feel bad that everyone died, and especially Yamcha. And we're supposed to actually care about him. And then now in Dragon Ball Super,
he was there from like the very start of Dragon Ball, pretty much.
Well, he's like the coolest character at the beginning, you know? He's like this awesome dude that's like almost on par with Goku. And then he just dies every chance they can get.
Quickly becomes way, way weaker.
Yeah, any chance that Akira Toriyama can do, he's gonna kill him.
He loves killing him.
I was like, Yamcha, just please, God, Yamcha, go play baseball. Please just go play baseball, Yamcha. We can't afford to have you die again.
I guess did love killing him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Akira Toriyama, man. He's gone now.
Yeah.
At least his protege is still alive, and his protege is pretty good at matching his style and stuff, so we still are going to get Dragon Ball content, which is going to be sweet.
Yeah, there's no more Super. I mean, Super's not finished, is there? I thought it was finished.
Well, Super's done. They did the next one, which is Galactic Patrol.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super. Yeah, Super Brett Galactic Patrol is the next one. And then yeah, because that's spaced after Superhero, or no, it's based before Superhero. It's based after the Tournament of Power, but yeah, because they're gonna show those two. There's like the two comic arcs when they fight like this ram-headed guy and then another guy named Granola, and they fight those dudes. And because in the comics, that's when in the manga, that's when Vegeta goes Ultra Ego. So we're probably gonna get movies of those, which would be pretty sick. And then yeah. And they'll have Galactic Patrol, which will be pretty cool. I have no idea what kind of fucking creatures they're gonna run into with Galactic Patrol, because I've literally fought everyone in the multiverse and have won. So,
they're like cosmic beings of the unknown is basically what's left.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be like,
I don't know where you would go from that.
I imagine it's just gonna be like fugitives that are trying to not be caught, but they're known for being the strongest in the universe,
and they've been hiding the whole time.
Yeah. And they're going to find out that Vegeta and Goku are way stronger than they are. And they're going to have to go to their next form and train to fight Vegeta and Goku. Then they become better. And it's weird that everyone in this universe uses martial arts as their measuring tool for fighting.
Yeah. Like, I'm waiting for the... There's not been a lot of I guess, bad guys that come in, like, check out this incredible mech suit or tank that I have that's going to annihilate, like the
This
Death
is a
Star.
Saiyan
Where's
proof.
the Death Star? Like,
Yeah, this is a Saiyan-proof Death Star. It's like, oh shit, we have to stop it. How are we gonna stop it? It's like we gotta shrink Goku and Vegeta down to the the molecular size. It's the Honey I Shrunk the Goku.
fly him into the reactor to have him destroyed.
Fly him into the very poorly designed reactor that has a heat vent. Send him in there, and they gotta like power up to Super Saiyan bullshit to fight the goddamn core. And the core's a guy. It's powered by a guy.
It's just a tiny little freaking
Tiny little
fighter.
red dude. He's just pissed off all the time. He's like, my name's Core Man, and I'm pissed. I know energy moves. Rah, 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 rah. And every time he does an energy move, the ship gets stronger. So they gotta like, we can't use energy moves. They gotta fight him, fist fight him. And that's all they can do.
We should be writing this damn show.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll email whatever the guy is. I'll just email him like, hey, I have a better idea for Dragon Ball than you do, and he'll tell me to eat a dick in Japanese.
He won't even read it.
Yeah, that's really what it'll be. It'll be even worse. It'll be like when I was trying to get permission to use like sections of the song "The Bushes of Love" from the lip reading YouTube channel. They like write a lot of music too, and they have a song called "Bush of Love." I was trying to get like the musical part from it to use for the podcast. Dude, I emailed them every day for 2 months. They didn't even read my fucking emails. I was like, oh, fuck you guys. I'm like, can't even just tell me no? I'm like, fuck. All right. So, that was fun.
I'm gonna have to get some Maintenance Brother t-shirts or something. Like a little badge. Like you get like those VIP badges. We're walking around like we're, newscasters
Important?
at the... Yeah.
And the thing, we get a camera and
Get people
stuff.
to talk to us. Be like, yeah, check us out, man. I really hope you guys do.
Yeah, I'm down. I'll do that. I can print them. Actually,
That would be so fun. We should definitely do that.
I think I know someone that might be able to make security badges that I went to high school with. I'll
Like really
see.
nice, like looking authentic
Yeah,
ones that we
I think
can
that's
wear.
what the company they made does. They make like badges, is what they do. So I can see that. Or if I can just look at how you make them. I'm sure it's not too complicated.
I wouldn't think so.
I can get a QR code set too that goes to our link tree.
Yeah.
And put a QR code on it too.
Get some like
So-
business cards. Pass them out while we're there.
I'm down for that. Business cards are kind of expensive, but I'll get
Yeah,
business
they
cards, man. I
are.
don't give a shit. You just leave them places. That's what you do. You just leave them places. Just
Thought
throw
about
business
going to
cards
my
on the
local
ground.
game stores and just start pinning up some stuff about us on there.
Oh yeah, when they have the cork board, like you just
Yeah.
pin them up there. Go to colleges and pin it on the cork board. Hell yeah, that's what you do it right there. We're doing networking old school style, word of mouth networking. Fuck this social media bullshit.
Yeah. This Instagram's a pain in the ass.
I am starting to get the groove of Instagram. Oh, speaking of which, I need to put all of our shorts on. The thing I don't like about Instagram is I can't schedule things. So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll notice that just randomly, a bunch of shorts will get posted, and that's because a bunch of reels will get posted. Sorry, a bunch of reels will get posted, and that's because I can't schedule them out. So
Yeah.
Instagram gets the reels last, and I forgot to post them this week. I forgot to put a reminder on my phone, so I'll post them after this.
You'll
Which
see
won't
them
take-
trickled in on TikTok and YouTube.
Yeah, they usually post it at 5 o'clock Mountain Time on YouTube and YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And then Instagram is, honestly, I try to do them the Wednesday after the video is launched. So we usually post on Fridays. Not last Friday. I was sick, and everyone else was. It was just like a perfect storm of people were sick, people were doing things, so we weren't able to record. So I didn't post anything last Friday, but we get part 2 of the back rooms.
Excuse
This
me.
Friday.
I'm excited. That was so fun. That was a lot of fun playing that
Yeah,
game.
we need to record. We need to record more of the finish. Hopefully, finish it and record it. We actually might get 2 videos out of this part. This one because of how long it is. Because I'm keeping so much of it.
Yeah.
Because the first one I had to cut a lot because of the keyboard noises and how obnoxious the microphones were.
Damn it,
But
man.
Yeah, it was all of us to be honest. The keyboard was bad, but the us being loud was it was all of us. It was the sound, the in-game sound in that game is so bad.
Yeah.
So
Recording
though
on
it-
Discord, I'm sure the audio is a lot
it's a million times better. There's only a few times when we get excited that like it peaks the microphone, but I can easily fix it. I can put a limiter on it and stuff too. It's pretty
Yeah, let's segment.
It's really nice. DaVinci Resolve is such a better program than goddamn Audacity. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, thank God we switched.
Oh, dude, I think I might buy the studio, dude. I think I might pay for it. I love it so much. I like Fusion. Fusion's cool. I don't really fully understand what I'm doing in Fusion, but I love it.
So like $300 one-time license.
One-time license for $300. If you buy a business license, I think it's like $750, but it comes with 3 or 4 licenses or something.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah. So I was thinking about what I was probably just buy the single license for now, and then I don't know what I'll do. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the license quite yet, just because. I don't know.
I know a lot of the AI tools is like what you get from the studio version or the business version.
Yeah, the AI audio editor will be really nice to have too, because you can basically you can pick sounds out. So like with my computer always being fucking loud as shit, I always have to put an extender on it and stuff. With the AI tools, I can pick that sound, and the AI will actually like remove it and lay my voice over it and stuff, and it makes
Go
it
through
sound
and
better.
do it for you.
Yeah, I'm sure if you don't, unless you're an audio expert or if you really are listening really hard, you can sometimes hear my computer come through when I'm talking. But if you're not listening to it, like especially when we're playing games, you don't hear it very often. It's usually on the podcast you hear it, but
yeah, I haven't noticed it too much on the final recording edits.
I'm pretty good at getting it out of there.
Yeah.
I take a lot of time. Usually what I do is I pull the videos in, match up. I link the audio so the audio matches, and then I go through and I color correct everybody's footage to make it so we're either not so white or not so red. Because Matt's really white in his footage, and I'm really red in mine. You're usually not too bad. I usually just up the shadows on it to give it more, up the shadows on yours just to give you more, like so you pop a little bit more. And then after that I go put extenders. I always put an extender on Matt's because I always put an extender on Matt's, and then I also add bass to Matt's voice because Matt sits so far away from his microphone when he talks, so sometimes the bass doesn't come through. And then yours,
it's definitely not because he's high pitched.
No, Matt has the deepest voice out of all of us, and I have to add bass to his voice. It's fucking crazy. but yeah, and then yours, sometimes I have to get like some background noise out, but it's usually like stuff I have to edit. Like last episode, you had something you were fidgeting with that every once in a while it would come through, and I had to cut that out. But other than that, like your audio is usually the easiest one. I just like send it, and then my audio is the hardest.
Nothing. I got my vape.
You son of a bitch! You're touching so much shit. Oh, I always feel so bad telling you guys about my editing process because then I feel like you're like, oh shit, I gotta watch out.
Makes you sound like a dick.
Yeah, I'm like, do what you're doing, dog. It really don't. It's especially with Resolve, dude. It's so fucking easy to edit everything. I love it. Versus Audacity, it's like I gotta hope that Audacity kind of gets the extender right and the limiter and stuff, and it doesn't always work. But hell yeah. Well, we're getting up there. Did you want to do the riddle? And
I got a good one for you.
Nice. What's your riddle, baby?
I show up when something's broken, but somehow it's still my fault. I fix leaks, doors, and thermostats, while dodging complaints by default. I answer calls at 2 a.m. about noises that just started today, even though the issue's been there since 2008. What am I?
I know it's Jar. I like that they rhyme, dude. That's my favorite.
Might be a little underpaid, but yeah.
Might be a little underpaid. Might make the world go around a lot more than you think they do. Also, they're a lot smarter than you think they are. Quit thinking they're stupid people. I hate that.
Yeah, trust and believe.
Dude, that was my biggest complaint about doing properties over by the Utah University, dude. Everyone would talk to me like I was a fucking idiot. They're like, so the sound, it comes from my disposal. When I turn it on, it makes a loud sound. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, there's a sound coming from your disposal. I'm like, what does it sound like? And I flip it on. I'm like, oh. I'm like, did you drop a shot glass in here? Like, no. And I look in there, pull glass out of it. I'm like, you dropped a shot glass in here. I know what it sounds like. I'm like, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, believe it or not, they're way more intelligent than you think.
Way more intelligent. Jesus Christ, I hate that so bad.
At least more common sense. It's just
Problem-solving skills are at a peak. At a peak.
Yes, that's
problem
literally all
solving.
we do.
It's
Solve
literally what we
problems.
do. Is problems. It's the thing I miss most about it, dude. I mean, I do a lot of problem solving now, but it's just
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, well, we've been the Maintenance Brothers, and I'm starting too early. No, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. You just got to search for the Maintenance Brothers, and we spelt brothers kind of quirky, so it's Bruthers. You can also find us on Spotify. Go ahead and search that. You can also find us wherever podcasts are really posted. If you do find a place that we're not at and the podcast is posted there, please send me an email at themaintenancebros@gmail.com, and I'll definitely look into getting the podcast posted there too.
Yeah, we wanna put our content out there to where it's easy if you want to listen to us. So we want to put it out there.
We want to come to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave comments on the YouTube channel. Also, please share the podcast. We would love to grow, and the best way to grow is if you share to your friends and your family. Mostly, I mean, whoever you're comfortable with, listen to us. We're comfortable with talking to them. So please do that for us. And then also don't forget about our Patreon. Patreon's really nice to have Patreon's really nice to have there so we can get some extra funds. Right now we're trying to get enough money to where our boy Matt can work slightly less overtime so he can be with us and record a little bit more and play some games with us because his schedule is la fool.
Yeah, so if you notice our gaming videos, a lot has been just me and AJ or some other people, but we definitely are shooting to get Matt more involved in that part.
Yeah, Matt's definitely been trying to deal with a lot of life stuff and a lot of work stuff, and we're recording our games is kind of around that time too, so it'd be really nice to get some relief there. But yeah, do what you can. I mean, don't like be like, oh, I'm gonna give you money now because well, I feel bad. Please don't feel obligated. But yeah. I've been AJ.
I've been John.
And you guys have a great night.
Could they, like, implant a Spartan breastplate into my stomach?
No, I literally catapulted a resident with a catapult.
What's wrong with you, fucking dumb?
The Maintenance Brothers.